stuff. You, my love, adorn the walls of the Royal Academy. No, thank you. Thank you for bringing it
I mean, I'm absolutely thrilled by the people who are playing it. I mean, one of whom I've known for a long time and worked with, you know, when he was younger, and I've worked with him on radio. And the other two I'm equally thrilled to have. So, I mean, I think they're great parts, and I think they're brilliantly cast, and I think there's a great chemistry between the three of them, which, of course, is absolutely what you have to have. And they're very different kinds of men, and very different kinds of faces, very different kinds of personalities, and I wanted that very much. Two very, I mean, an intriguing, captivating, elusive, enigmatic woman, and two very different kinds of men.
Take a good look. Because that is one of his as well. And don't.
Well, I think there's a universality to the tragedy of it, about, you know, a guy who courts too slow and misses his opportunity. Also, tale of two people falling in love with the same person at the same time, and one of them just has the edge over them because he's a so-called genius or whatever, and everybody seems to find him, you know, very, very charismatic. And poor old Gilbert's somewhere on the edge of things. You know, that's from my point of view. You know, what I feel, it's also you know, set in a very interesting community. These artist colonies at that time, the early 20th century, were sort of strange little places, really, quite progressive in their own way. And you know, people are sort of dressed in period clothing, but often wearing them in quite unusual ways, and behaving not necessarily according to how people might ordinarily have behaved in 1913 in town, you know.
It's always wonderful to embrace these projects, these much smaller projects, because you feel like you do get to know one another very well, very quickly, and actually that dynamic is extremely helpful when it comes to doing the type of scenes which we have been doing. So I've had a really, and you just feel very much part of it and part of the decision making, and you're sitting in the evening amongst not only the actors but the whole creative team. So you have a real understanding of the director's vision of these people and the broader picture of the story and how he wants it to look, and then you form a much closer relationship with the producers. It's just, I think it's, and also it feels very much like a film that's come from the heart.
Look, my love. Royal Academy. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that to me. Ah, Zoe.
It's so wonderful. I mean, it's been really hard because we've been doing super long days, and you know, getting up at kind of 3:45 in the morning and everything, and a lot of exterior stuff in Cornwall with sort of wind and rain and everything. But it's just the best group of people. We all stayed together in one hotel in Cornwall, and all just kind of lived on top of each other for the first kind of 4 weeks, I think, and just all became really, really close and hung out all the time. And so it's just a nice little family. It's kind of, I'm getting a little bit emotional about it, actually. Like, the idea of finishing is not really sitting very well with me at the moment.
It's nice for me because it meant that I didn't have to relinquish any sort of, you know, creative input once the film actually got underway. You know, I've been so close to it for so many years. I didn't think I was quite ready just to play Gilbert and not sort of care about all the other scenes and everything else that was going on in it. So it's been a great privilege, great learning experience, very eye-opening, seeing all the work that goes in behind the scenes, some of which I was aware of before, a lot of which I wasn't. But no, it's given me a taste for it. I think I really like the idea of also of making your own work. It's can be very frustrating as an actor just to sort of sit back and wait for the work to roll in. And actually, it's great if you find a book and you can find people to back you, and find an adaptation or a script that you love. Why not go out there and make it? So yeah, I still can't quite believe we've managed to make it happen, but here we are. Yeah.
Thank you.